I have a lot of hobbies.
Found it. Let's go.
Make some room, just cut loose. Come on, shake what your mama made. Don't be shy, feel this high when we're dancing the night away. No one else can move like you. No one's got your style. There, I know your secret. I can see it in your smile.
Sometimes the hobbies turn into business. Dance was one of those first hobbies where I started to explore it as a business. And I thought, okay, what if I started teaching people how to dance online? I still feel like a kid in the sense that I'm always trying new things. And for some reason, my brain's like, oh, I bet this could be a good business. A lot of them don't end up being. I really got into slacklining. So I was like, slacklining is such a great thing. It's like good for your balance and your core. It's fun. You can go outside. You can tie it to trees. I was like really into it. And then so after like just doing it for 30 days, I'm like, I'm going to make a slackline business. So I bought howtoslack.com. Can't believe that was actually available. And then I realized that I'm actually not that good at slacklining enough to be a teacher. Call it a $14 loss. I never did anything with the domain and I didn't try to sell it. So then there's pickleball, an amazing sport. I love the sport so much because I can play against my parents and I could lose. And there's not many things that you could play against your parents at their age competitively, athletically, and have a chance of winning. Like most things, I could outrun my parents, I could outlift my parents. You know, it's like playing against my mom, no joke, full out in pickleball, I could lose. I do lose. And it's just it makes such a cool culture. Like most of the people I've played pickleball with are a lot older than myself. And so I thought a super fun project with that, even if it crapped and didn't do anything, was like I could do with my dad, was to create our own pickleball paddle. And we created bampickleball.com. We actually did sell hundreds of paddles. It was amazing. One time I was in Carlsbad and I went to go play pickleball and I actually saw someone with our paddle. I would say like at the beginning, most of the orders were like family and friends. They wanted to like buy the Brambila paddle, probably just because they knew us. But then we started getting sales from places that we didn't know. And then I went to Carlsbad and there was a guy playing with the Bam pickleball paddle. And I said, hey, well, how do you like the paddle? He's like, oh, it's great. I love it. And he's like, it's this website called bampickleball.com. I was like, that's awesome. I didn't say anything that we created it, but to me, that was a really cool moment of like, hey, when you do have an idea and you throw it out there, it could work. Someone could buy it. And it was cool seeing seeing someone with our actual product that wasn't a family and friend. Gosh, maybe I do start a lot of businesses of hobbies. Should you start a business off a hobby? And I'm like, I think it's a good idea to start with something that you're familiar with. But like I'm showing you right now, not a lot of home runs. Not every hobby needs to have a return on investment. And I think not everything is about money. You know, so sometimes ideas and businesses are just to do them with people that you love. Like my dad and I, when we created the pickleball paddles, I could have cared less if it made money or if we would still have all 500 paddles sitting in the garage. That would make for some funny jokes. It's not all about the money. Sometimes a hobby should just stay a hobby. Sometimes there's a bad tendency of when someone's picking up something and a friend will usually say, hey, like you made that bracelet, you should sell that. It's like, no, sometimes you shouldn't. Sometimes you just want to make a bracelet for yourself and that's totally cool. This might sound like contrary advice, but if you're doing something just for the money, it's usually not going to work out. I think it's better to start with passion and something that you love. And at least in my life experiences and people that I know that or can have the potential to find a much higher level of success in a way more authentic and fulfilling way.